What's up, guys? Another day, another dollar. Today I'm going to be doing something a little different. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I do a lot of anime, manga, and movie reviews on my Instagram story. Been doing it for years. I read a lot of manga, watch a lot of anime, watch a lot of movies. So last night I went and saw the Chainsaw Man movie, and it was phenomenal. Honestly, I really liked it. I mean, I read the manga, and when I was reading this arc, like, it was like great and impactful. I mean, but there was more impactful moments in the story. But when the movie came out and I went to see it, I was like, wow, you know, like, Mappa really did a great job of conveying things. I mean, non-story related. The OST was phenomenal. In the piano scene in the pool, I mean, the pool was beautifully done, that whole scene. But the soundtrack as well, like, perfectly matched it. It was great. It was truly great. Fight scenes, as always, were great. Reminds me a lot of JJK with, you know, just because of the same animation style, because it's the same studio. Did remind me a lot of JJK, but which is a good thing, honestly. Great thing. Something about those animation styles where, you know, when you know the animator never sees their family, really brings out that extra oomph. You know, I'm in spoiler territory now, so if you haven't seen the movie and you plan on seeing it, just click off this video. Spoiler alert. Spoiler warning. So I was curious because I already knew it was gonna happen, just because you know, I've read the story. I wanted to know if the Reese switch up into becoming the Bomb Devil was obvious or not for first-time viewers. Once again, bro, if you're still here, I gave you a spoiler warning. I wish I got to sort of have that a little bit. It has been a while. But, like, I felt like coming into it, you could sort of see it coming a little bit. Like, it was too perfect, you know what I'm saying? And then that gets into some later spoilers, which I just don't want to get into for anime only. But, you know, when it comes to girls that talk to Denji, you know, a lot of them, they want his chainsaw heart. Everybody seems to want this chainsaw heart. You don't find out why until a lot later. So, and Denji has no experience, you know what I mean? He grew up in a way where he was completely isolated, abused constantly, had no human interaction. That's why very basic shit like food and water and a place to sleep is like the peak for him. You know what I'm saying? It's the peak for him. And when it comes to being manipulated, because he has no, and so I think Moist Critical already got into this, but I thought it was pretty obvious. Because he has no human interaction experience, he's like basically doesn't really understand a lot of things. He's super easy to manipulate. You know what I'm saying? He gets tricked extremely easily. And so even like, they even showed that again on the car after he already found out. She was like, but I do really like you. And he was like, you do? And his buddy was like, yo, you're getting tricked again. He was like, oh, I'm sorry, I was about to get tricked again. Extremely easy to manipulate. And I think, even though I already knew it was going to happen, I was curious for first-time watchers if it was like a surprise, or, I mean, there was a ton of hints there. I mean, the girl's laughing at jokes that aren't even funny. She seemingly comes out of nowhere and is like obsessed with him, you know, and it just seemed too much. And then once you saw the reveal in the school building after the pool scene, then it was kind of like, okay. Yeah, so, but I was curious on whether or not that was an obvious sort of thing. I forgot what I was saying, but I got this new ghost flavor called Original. Oh, sorry. Kind of tastes like shit. I think my throat hurt and shit. Anyway, as I was saying, I was curious if that was like a predictable thing or not. The fight scene was great. Other than that, I mean, like, you know, the movie was short. I thought it was a lot better than the Demon Slayer movie, personally. The whole thing about Demon Slayer, because I read that too, I just feel like the whole story got rushed at the end. This ending just feels abrupt. Like, the fact that we're already in the, you know, final little bit of it, you know, and it's a shonen is kind of crazy to me. But, like, what percent of animes ever get finished anyway? But anyway, I mean, I thought it was way better than the Demon Slayer movie. The Demon Slayer movie, like, I mean, they have so much backstory and shit to get through. I mean, it just felt, it's like very backstory. With Chainsaw Man, I like how it's like pretty straightforward. And, you know, I think after seeing this movie, you know, I'm not going to spoil for the anime onlys, but there is some shit coming that is going to be gut-wrenching. Overall, though, I really don't have much to say about it. I would have to give it, you know, a 9 out of 10. A 9 out of 10. Also, I can't see shit with my hair. Yeah, bro, I'm gonna give it a solid 9 out of 10. One of the better anime movies I've seen in a long time. This gets me to my next point. Like, I feel like people hate like manga reads, but if you want to know what happens next, I mean, read the manga, guys. Read the manga. It's great. It's on Shonen Jump. You just, you know, you download the app. I mean, a lot of mangas are hard to find. Like, it took me a bit to find Frieren. I had to buy Gachiakuta individually. I have to buy the chapters. Like, so there's mangas out there that are hard to read. Chainsaw Man is not one of them. Literally, you download Shonen Jump, make an account. It's like $3 or $4 a month, and you can read all the chapters. You know, it's a much better way to consume, just because I think it comes out faster. Especially like One Piece. I mean, 1164 is coming out here soon. 1163 was crazy. I mean, we're way ahead in the anime. Plus, the anime just announced for One Piece that they're dropping 26 episodes a year, which is crazy news. I mean, I feel like people were saying that was the last long-running anime. I mean, because, you know, Dragon Ball stopped doing that. Naruto is done. Bleach is done. You know, that was the last... Wait, I gotta get a thumbnail. That was the last long-running anime, was One Piece, which is still my number one, still my GOAT. After everything I've seen, still number one for me. You know, but I think, it's crazy they're doing seasonal now. So I feel like, you know, at this point with the anime, like, I love watching the anime, but I do it more leisurely because I'm more invested on the weekly chapter drops. Because, like, it's just, there's so much hype around it on Twitter. Like, being caught up in One Piece is, like, really fun. And everyone's talking about, like, oh, what's gonna happen next? You know what I mean? Like, predictions and stuff. So it's a ton of fun. One Piece community is kind of like, you know, hot and cold, but but yeah, I thought the Chainsaw Man movie overall, like, it was great. It really was. Again, I can't get that damn piano OST out of my mind. I mean, oh man. And once again, there's gonna be some gut-wrenching stuff coming. I'm rereading the second part of the Chainsaw Man manga. For what it's worth, if you read the manga, the whole first half of the story that includes like everything in the movie, and then, you know, I think the movie ends around chapter 53. Right now, there's 218 chapters out of Chainsaw Man, but I do think the main first part ends around like 106. So it's only really like 50 chapters. It's about halfway. You got the assassin arc, as I like to call it, and then the birthday arc, and then I'm not going to get into anything further than that. But after that, I mean, I remember there was some controversy as it was coming out. People got bored of the Chainsaw Man manga after the whole main shit happened, because it kept going. And it kind of like built up a whole new, like a next phase or saga kind of thing. I'm rereading all that stuff because honestly, it completely slipped my mind. Like, it was so like, I feel like I skimmed it as it was coming out. I'm not caught up now because I stopped reading it. But yeah, there's like a whole new thing going on. But the first part's great. I'm gonna reread the second part of Chainsaw Man, or as I like to call it, the second part. Is there any problems I had with this movie? Sometimes but this isn't even like a complaint. Sometimes in MAPPA animating long fights, it's too much going on that you like can't even see like what's like it just looks like shit happen like on the screen. But that's not even like a complaint, really. I mean, that's you know, I mean, I've been watching I always say like, oh, maybe there's a better animation studio than Mappa, but I was like, some of Toei's like new One Piece shit is nuts, but then I see like Mappa's really good at their just like their storytelling animation, like despite the fights, but like the beauty aspects is just above and beyond. Like truly, it's just phenomenal. I'm drawing this out. I don't have too much else to say, but yeah, thumbnail. Code Horsemeet on Civil Regime and Iron Crue, and code M33T for 50% off the Horsemeet .shop, or 20% off the Horsemeet.shop items. And yeah, man, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.